Okay, so this is the job that we have at hand today. This is what our video is going to be about. This spool of wire. Let me show you what it is. So I mentioned this in my last video. This is a spool of, I don't even know what it is. It's got the black sheeting on it. It's got the copper sheeting inside it. And then it's got 4 10-gauge wires inside it. The reason why I'm making this video is, well, actually it's just for myself really. I want to determine whether this is worth it. So like I mentioned in the last video, I have an opportunity to buy a spool that is full. This is only like 500 feet on this one, but I have an opportunity to buy a 5,000 foot spool of this. And is it going to be worth it for the price? So what I decided I'm going to do is I'm going to take 100 feet of this spool right here. I'm going to time it with my clock up there, and I'm going to unwind 100 feet of it. I'm going to run it through the stripper. I'm going to get it down to the final product, weigh it up, and see how much money we made off of 100 foot, and see how long it took us to do that, and get a multiplier of like an hourly wage or something like that, and just to see if it's worth it. And I thought I'd just make a video of it. If you're interested in watching it, fine. If not, I understand. But that's what we're going to do. So let's get started. I'm going to take this spool here, and I got my shop floor is 30 foot from that point all the way down to this point right here until I hit it outside. So that's 30 foot. So I'm going to just roll this spool 3 times and a couple extra feet just to get 100 foot. And it's just, you know, it's not going to be exact, but it's going to be close. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and we're going to start right now. So right now it is 3:25, and we're going to start going. Okay, so I got my 3 strands cut. I got them running all the way from one door all the way to the other door here, and that's 30 feet right there. So that one's a little over 30 feet. That one's probably 31, 32. And then we got this one stretched all the way out here, a little extra. So we're at 10 feet. So we're a little over 100 feet. Okay, and that's fine. That's fine. Let's go ahead and strip this down. And so far we are at 334. All right, one at a time. 3 of these. All right, one. And the third one. Last one. strip all this down, separate all this. I don't know where you're at, but it's extremely warm here in Ohio, Northwest Ohio. We're in the mid to high 90s, and as you can tell, I'm sweating a bit. It's warm. I'm gonna set my machine up to 10 gauge wire. Take me a second here. All right, check it out. See how it is. All right, pretty good. All right, bring you up close. That don't seem to be working very good. Well, there it goes. All right, so that didn't work. That didn't work so good. See, this is the whole objective, to see if it's worth it. It's going to be more trouble than it's worth to make a few $100. right, bring you up to date on the clock. 4 o'clock. We're gonna keep going. I'm gonna strip this plastic off here, see if that doesn't make things easier. That was probably causing some friction going into that stripping machine. All right, let's try this again. Definitely going to cut this down, maybe in half. See if it'll pull through like that. Final strand. Pulling this down. The clock is 4:15, 4:14. I'll set you back here so you can see the clock. Okay, so I have all the wires stripped down, the shop floor is cleaned up, and it is right now 4:28. We're done. We're done. So we're gonna weigh it up. We'll see how much time it took us. We're gonna see how much money we made and see if this is worth it. All right. Okay, so as you know, we started this stripping the wire at 3:25 and we stopped at 4:28. So that's an hour and 3 minutes. But realistically, you know, I stopped and got a drink, I stopped and did this and that, and it was unnecessary. I'm gonna just count this as 1 hour, make it easy. 1 hour. So we're gonna weigh it up. We're gonna see how much money we made in 1 hour with 100 feet. And like I said before in the video, we're gonna determine whether this whole thing is even gonna be worth me going and trying to buy this 5,000 foot spool. Because I'll have to do this 50 times. All right, let's turn this on here. So this, we're just gonna count this as 11 and a half pounds. I know it weighs something like that. And we're at zero there. There's our number 2 wire, and it comes at 22.95 minus 11 and a half, so it'd be somewhere around 11.4 pounds. If you wanted to do kilograms, 10.7 minus 11 pounds. I don't know what that figures out to. All right, then we're gonna weigh up this shielding here. I don't know exactly what this pays, like I said in the last video. I'm just gonna weigh it up as number 2. It might pay number 1 price, I don't know, but we're just gonna weigh it up as number 2. So this stuff weighs 2.1 pounds. And we come up with 5.35, so 3.25 pounds. 3.1 pound. Yeah, you get the idea. 2.42 kilograms. All right, the numbers don't lie. I stripped this down, 11.4 pounds at $5 a pound for number 2 copper. That's $57, and then the 3.1 pounds of the sheeting at $5 is $15.50. That comes to $72.50 for 1 hour's worth of work. I think I can do better than that. I think I can speed that process up and get that done in like 45 minutes. Okay, so one more thing before we leave here. There were some people out there in the comment section saying that I don't know, lying, I guess, about copper prices. They're saying I'm not getting $5 a pound on it. Apparently they think I'm making it up. I don't know. Well, why would I lie about it here? But anyways, here's the place I took my copper to the last time. Number 2 copper, I had 121 pounds of number 2 at $5 a pound. And it paid me $6.05. And, you know, Bear Bright and number 1 copper is $5.20 and $5.10. And you know what? RS Recycling. Look them up if you don't believe me. RS Recycling. $5. You know what? I called them today. They raised their price up. Number 2 copper is now $5.05. So, yeah, I don't know why anybody would think I was trying to mislead them or trying to lie about it. Nope. Nope, it's all legit. All right, so once again, I brought Charlotte in to say goodbye. And what do you think about our copper prices, Charlotte?
Oh, you know me, I always have something to say, something about something.
Okay, what do you got to say?
I have told this to some of the commenters about the copper prices. We don't get why certain yards, even just in our state, all over the country, they pay different prices, and sometimes it's a big gap. We ourselves, we go to 5 different scrap yards.
Yep.
And
they're all what?
And they're in a 30-mile radius of us.
Yeah,
and
close.
They are all different.
Yeah, they could be 20, 30, 40 cents difference in their number 2 copper price or Bear Bright or whatever.
And when you're taking a lot of scrap, that adds up.
Yeah. Right.
So we call them that day, all the 5 of them, and whichever one pays the best is where we go.
Yep, right.
And, and there's a bonus in that. in 2 of the towns, our grandkids are there, so we stop and see them sometimes.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Okay, that's all. Charlotte's always got something to say.
Always.
So
Always.
I guess that's all we got for this video, and we hope you enjoyed it. And like I said earlier, that took an hour, but I think I could knock that down to 45 minutes, cutting a 100-foot section off and stripping that all down to make $72. Good deal for me. All right, we got to get our scrap to the scrapyard so we can get paid.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.